Welcome to the elite of squab breeding. Today we're diving into a pigeon husbandry so specialized it redefines what it means to own a purebred bird. We're not just talking about pets. We're talking about high-performance genetics that produce highly sought-after gourmet squab. If you are a passionate breeder, or you're looking for a specialized project with exceptional economic potential, this is your roadmap. Here, the fascination with birds meets the precision of science. You'll see how genetic selection transforms grains into a constant source of robust, premium quality birds. This is the winning formula to elevate your loft to maximum efficiency. This is the first of two crucial videos where we will analyze the four most impressive and profitable pigeon breeds in the world. These are the Kingbreed, the mass giant; the Carneaubreed, the prolific machine; the Texan pioneer, the self-sexing specialist; and the Mondaine, the historical weight alternative. In this first installment, we'll focus on the two giants that define the extremes of the market: the Kingbreed, the unbeatable model in weight and mass, and the Carneaubreed, the inexhaustible champion of prolificacy and volume. We're going to break down the 15 vital points of each. Get ready, because by the end of this series, which concludes with our next video this week, you will have all the expert knowledge to choose the pigeon breed that best suits your passion and your goals. Let's get started. 1. The Kingbreed, the meat giant. The Kingbreed pigeon is, without a doubt, royalty in the world of poultry meat production. It's not simply a pigeon, it is the gold standard and the benchmark against which all other utility varieties worldwide are compared. Its most common nickname among commercial breeders is the meat giant, or simply the king size, living up to its robust size and the exceptional weight the squab reaches by the productive independence age, commercial weaning. It's essential to note that while pigeons are not mammals, the industry uses the term weaning analogously to describe the interruption of parental feeding. This feeding process is carried out using crop milk, a highly nutritious secretion produced by the glandular walls of the crop in both parents, and is regurgitated to feed the squab in its first weeks of life. Its relevance in the industry is not due to its beauty, although show lines or show king exist, but to its productive efficiency. This pigeon was genetically engineered to be a feed conversion machine, producing the greatest amount of meat in the shortest possible time. It is the core line for many specialized farms looking to maximize carcass yield and return on investment. The king sets the weight standard that every meat squab aims to reach as quickly as possible. In the context of a breeding operation, the Kingbreed functions as the primary engine for mass production. Knowledge of its management and genetics is fundamental for anyone who seriously wants to enter the commercial squab business, as its weight and rapid growth characteristics are unmatched. Mastering the breeding of the king is mastering the most valuable metric, the final weight per squab. The history of the Kingbreed is a testament to selective breeding aimed at utility. It was developed in the United States at the end of the 19th century, specifically around 1890. Its origin is linked to the growing demand for squab meat in the urban markets of North America, which sought a fast and reliable protein source. American breeders did not start with a single pigeon, but carried out a series of complex and strategic crosses. The lineage includes the mixing of other large breeds known for their weight and robustness, such as the Maltese, the Romo, the Mondaine, and the Homer, Messenger, and likely the hen pigeon, Columbi gallina, to consolidate its hen-type structure and muscular volume. The result of this genetic effort was a bird that did not fly well but possessed an immense body mass and an innate ability to feed heavy squabs. Its success was almost immediate, quickly moving from a breeding curiosity to becoming the most important meat pigeon of its time, displacing less weight-efficient varieties. The king is classified as a pure breed, meaning that mating two pure king pigeons will produce offspring with the same weight and conformation characteristics. However, it is crucial to differentiate the utility king, used for meat production, from the show king, exhibition king. While the show king is selected for very strict aesthetic standards and posture, the utility king is relentlessly selected for squab weight, prolificacy, and parental vigor. Both are pure breeds, but commercial breeders must ensure they acquire genetic lines proven for meat production, not beauty. The advantage of being a pure breed is genetic predictability. Breeders can expect a consistent result in carcass weight without having to constantly resort to different male and female lines, as is done with chicken hybrids. This facilitates maintaining a homogeneous and high-quality breeding stock within the farm itself. The primary role of the king breed is to be the specialist in weight and volume. Its biological objective is to provide maximum muscle mass and body volume to the squab before it leaves the nest, the ideal time for slaughter. Kings are the weight base in almost all meat genetic programs. This breed is primarily selected for carcass conformation. They have a large, wide keel, a deep chest, and a voluminous body that results in a square-looking squab. This directly translates into superior yield in the breast and legs, which are the most valued parts of the squab in high cuisine. The primary role of the King breed is to be the specialist in weight and volume. While the King has good prolificacy, it is essential to understand its strategic limitation. Other breeds like the Carneau can surpass it in the number of annual reproductive cycles. This means that those other breeds, under the same management, produce more total squabs per year, a key metric for volume. However, the scale tips in the King's favor for an undeniable reason. None consistently surpass it in the final squab weight at the time of sale. Therefore, the King's role is to contribute mass and the highest carcass quality to the program. The breeder uses it primarily to achieve a larger product, either as a pure breed or in terminal crosses where weight is maximized at the expense of fewer nestings. The sexual maturity of king pigeons is reached at an early age, generally around 5 to 7 months of age. However, most professional breeders wait until the birds reach 6 to 8 months for the first mating, ensuring full body size and greater resilience to face the rigors of intensive production. Egg production is characterized by being consistent under controlled light and feeding conditions. The king hen typically lays 2 eggs per clutch with a difference of approximately 44 hours between them, and can complete a cycle of laying, incubation, and squab feeding in an average of 40 to 45 days. In an intensive production system, with artificial light during winter, a healthy and well-fed king pair can produce 6 to 7 pairs of squabs, 12 to 14 squabs per year. The productive efficiency of a breeding pair is measured in the amount of meat produced annually in pounds, and the king leads in this metric thanks to the individual weight of each squab. The king breed boasts a high fertility rate, which is a crucial characteristic for farm profitability. Males are vigorous breeders, and females have a high probability of producing fertile eggs, provided that nutrition management is adequate. Regarding hatching capacity, king parents are considered excellent and attentive incubators and feeders. Both parents take turns incubating the eggs during the 17 to 18 days of gestation. Once the squabs hatch, both parents are responsible for feeding them with the highly nutritious crop milk. Kings are very reliable breeders. Their large size and docile temperament make them excellent parents who generally do not require the constant use of fosters, which reduces labor costs. However, there is a unique challenge. The king squab is exceptionally large. When 2 young are born, the competition for the abundant crop milk can cause the second squab to lag. For this reason, on rare occasions and strategically, breeders may move the second squab or egg to a foster pair. This practice is done to ensure that both squabs reach a uniform and maximum market weight, ensuring that every genetic investment yields its maximum. The growth rate is the second most important profitability metric after final weight. The king squab exhibits one of the fastest growth rates in the world of squab breeding, thanks to the quality and quantity of crop milk supplied by the parents. The king squab is ready to be weaned and sent to market or slaughter between 26 and 30 days of age. This period is critical, as after 30 days, the squab begins to feather, which reduces carcass quality and becomes less dependent on the parents, complicating the chilling and slaughter process. A squab that consistently reaches its maximum market weight, 1 pound 3 ounces to 1 pound 5 ounces or more, before day 30 allows the breeder to accelerate production cycles. Reducing the days of raising minimizes disease risks, lowers feed consumption in the parents, who are already preparing the next clutch, and increases the turnover of breeding pairs, maximizing farm efficiency. The weight of the adult king bird is considerable, ranging between 1 pound 9 ounces and 1 pound 12 ounces for breeding males and females. 2. The Carneau breed, the prolific champion. The Carneau breed pigeon is the backbone of many squab operations in Europe and North America. It is renowned for its tireless ability to raise squabs, earning it the nickname the breeding machine, or the prolific mother in the commercial sector. Its main appeal is not record-breaking individual weight, but its prolificacy and the consistency of its reproductive cycles. Unlike the king, which is often used as a terminal line, the Carneau is frequently the foundation of the maternal line in advanced crossbreeding programs. Breeders value it because it offers an excellent balance between carcass size and production speed, ensuring a stable operation and a constant supply to the market. The squab meat market appreciates the Carneau for producing squabs that, although slightly smaller than pure king squabs, are lean meat and have a high-yield carcass of excellent quality. Its presence is essential to ensure the farm maximizes the total pounds of meat produced annually per breeding pair. The Carneau has its roots in European pigeon culture, originating in northern France and Belgium at the beginning of the 20th century. Like other utility breeds, it was developed from common farm pigeons and older, well-sized breeds, possibly with influences from the Homer and Mondaine pigeon, to improve squab production. The goal of its development was to create a pigeon that could maintain a high rate of laying and rearing, even in intensive systems. European breeders focused on selecting birds that were not only of good size, but were also especially prolific, with strong parental instincts. Its popularity soared because it proved to be a consistent and reliable squab producer, without the need to rely on fosters for the second squab. This made it an economically viable and simple option to manage, quickly spreading to the United States and other regions with established squab markets. The Carneau is classified as a pure breed of utility origin. The breeding of two Carneau pigeons, for example the popular red Carneau or yellow Carneau variety, produces offspring that maintain their distinctive characteristics of prolificacy and medium to large size. Breeders focus on maintaining the purity of the utility line by selecting breeders based on egg production records and squab weight, not just physical appearance. This is crucial to ensure the breed's productive capacity is not diluted over time. As a pure breed, the Carneau is valuable because it serves as a solid base breeding line. It can be used both in pure breeding schemes to obtain consistent squabs, and in crosses to inject vigor and prolificacy into other genetic lines that may be deficient in these aspects, such as certain king lines. The primary role of the Carneau is to be the specialist in prolificacy and breeding efficiency. It is selected to maximize the total number of squabs produced annually per breeding pair, which directly impacts the total meat volume of the farm. Although its squabs may be slightly lighter than pure king squabs, the Carneau compensates by producing squabs more consistently and with lower mortality rates. This ensures the breeder has fewer gaps in the production cycle and more squabs ready for market in each rotation. The breed is also noted for its excellent maternal aptitude. They have a highly developed parental instinct that allows them to incubate and feed their two squabs exceptionally until weaning, reducing the need for human intervention and stress in the production system. The sexual maturity of the Carneau pigeon is similar to the king, reached at around 5 to 7 months of age. Many breeding operations initiate matings near 6 months, seeking to capitalize on their reproductive potential as soon as possible to optimize the initial investment. The Carneau is one of the most prolific breeds in squab breeding. A hen in optimal condition and under intensive management can consistently produce 6 to 8 clutches per year, which translates to 12 to 16 squabs per pair annually. This high turnover rate is what makes it so valuable for volume. Consistency is key. The hen begins preparing a new clutch even before the previous squabs are weaned, minimizing the pair's downtime. This capacity for overlapping breeding cycles is what establishes it as the champion of prolificacy. The Carneau exhibits an excellent fertility rate, resulting in a high percentage of viable eggs in each clutch. This is a direct indicator of the quality of the breeding line and its reproductive vigor. Its hatching capacity is outstanding. Carneau parents are very devoted and reliable. Both the male and female demonstrate a strong instinct to protect the nest and care for the squabs, ensuring the squab hatches within 17 to 18 days of incubation. Its greatest parental advantage is its demonstrated ability to feed 2 large squabs simultaneously with its crop milk. Unlike breeds with extremely large squabs, the Carneau better handles the energy demand of 2 young, which reduces the need to move squabs to fosters and greatly simplifies daily management. The growth rate of Carneau squabs is very fast, similar to the king breed. Squabs are ready for weaning and market typically between 28 and 30 days of age. This speed is essential to maintain the pace of production that the hen imposes with her multiple annual cycles. The crop milk quality in Carneaus is excellent, which drives the rapid and uniform development of both squabs in the nest. Fast growth ensures the breeder can rotate the breeding cages quickly, optimizing space and minimizing the exposure of squabs to potential environmental contamination in the nest. Uniformity in growth is also a plus. It is less common to find large weight differences between the 2 squabs in a Carneau clutch, which facilitates the marketing and slaughter process by having more homogeneous weight batches. The Carneau is a medium to large-sized pigeon, with a robust but more elegant and elongated morphology than the king. Its physical design is oriented toward breeding functionality and carcass quality. While it is a pigeon created for meat, its appearance is often more slender than the king. Breeders must know these characteristics to ensure they are maintaining lines that still offer the necessary carcass weight for commercial profitability. The weight of Carneau squabs is a metric of high importance, as it defines its position in the market, serving as a high-volume alternative to king production. The Carneau is characterized by a round and compact body shape, with a broad chest and a firm posture, though generally less square than the king. It is a pigeon of good bearing and well-defined musculature. The most common and commercially desired colors are red, red Carneau, yellow, yellow Carneau, and white, with red being the most iconic. Breeders seeking pure meat lines often prefer these colors for their visibility and ease of management. Unlike flying pigeons, Carneaus have relatively short wings and are not designed to fly long distances, which easily confines them to lofts or breeding cages. Their legs are clean, without feathers, facilitating cleaning and sanitation maintenance. The weight of the adult Carneau pigeon ranges between 1 pound 7 ounces and 1 pound 10 ounces, a robust size that is ideal for supporting the constant stress of intensive reproduction. This adult size is vital for its capacity to feed multiple annual cycles. Regarding squab weight at weaning, Carneaus produce squabs that reach an average market weight of 1 pound 0 ounces to 1 pound 3 ounces at 4 weeks of age. This weight is slightly lower than the pure king, but its profitability soars due to the higher number of squabs produced annually. The Carneau squab is highly valued for its lean meat and good carcass yield. Its consistency and weight makes squab batches easy to standardize for shipping to restaurants and markets that seek uniformity. We have reached the end of this genetic journey. With the king and the Carneau, you have analyzed the two main pillars. Now you have the complete knowledge to weigh the raw mass of the king and the volume of the Carneau, but your choice in this specialized breeding is not complete. To set up your ideal breeding program, you need to meet the other two masters of genetic efficiency, the Texan Pioneer with its surprising self-sexing ability, and the Mondaine, the historical European weight alternative. Keep diving into your passion and knowledge. Be sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Video 2 will be released this week and will give you the missing piece to be able to choose the pigeon breed that best aligns with your breeding philosophy and your goals. Leave your comment below and tell us. As a breeder or hobbyist, what attracts you more? The maximum weight of the king or the high volume of the Carneau? See you at the loft. To your success, fellow breeder. Until next time.